Greetings, I'm Demonac, and it's Hearthstone Ranked time. I did a whole video, 2 wins on casual. I had been playing casual matches, but no. Notice how the button says Play Ranked now. So let's find out what kind of opponents I'm really up against in my actual current bracket. I felt like I was doing really well in that Priest versus Priest matchup, and then things were just sort of going along. I guess now I still have to fight another Priest. Joy. Going first, I'm going to get rid of the mind control. I'm going to keep the Lightspawn. Thoughtsteal is not one of the cards I like in my starting hand. Although in a Priest versus Priest matchup, I don't have a coin anyway. It's actually not bad. I have 4 creatures that cost 2 or less. I'd love to have one of them, or I have a bunch of creatures that cost 3. Those would be nice too. But no, I'm doing nothing. And of course, my opponent can coin out a Harvester or a Blade Master or something now. Or not. They're going to save their coin and play a 4-cost creature, which is probably going to be bad for me. I can sneak out the Blade Master first. That's a lot better than Thoughtsteal. This gives me a chance at board control, because I still, after all the time that passed, I still got out the first creature, and he can kill a lot of things. You can coin out a Lightspawn, and that might hamper me, but you're a Thoughtsteal. Okay. You're saving that coin for something impressive. Just more than a little worrisome. I guess I'm going to play the... I was going to just like power word him and heal him and stuff like that, but it's not like I have a North Shadow to draw cards from it. I could play the Lightspawn. I don't have... Well, I could play the Lightspawn and then next turn I could power word it. It would be 7 attack. You know what? I was thinking of Demolisher and just buff this guy, but actually with no creatures out there, screw it, I'm going to play the Lightspawn. He only has 3 mana. He's going to have 4 on his next turn. So if he just uses Shadow Word Death to kill this, that's taking his whole turn, basically. Even if he coined, he would only have 2 mana left after a Shadow Word Death. So there's a reasonable chance... Oh, he's saving the coin for that. That would make some kind of sense. People get pretty strong plays from Questing Adventurer combo sort of deals. I see them all the time. Like, people end up play him and make him like a 5/5 on his first turn with 0-cost cards in the coin and stuff like that. He's going to be huge. But I don't know if it's worth it. All the low, like... I've seen some people way overcommit to that combo with like wisps and stuff. It's not worth it. But, okay, well, I guess the only reasonable thing to do is crush him. Now, how do I want to crush him? Can't Shadow Word Death, he's not big enough yet. So I guess I really do have to power word this guy, and I hate that this is going to take so much damage, but that seems to be like the way to go. Draw a card, see what I get. It's not going to change anything much, but it is nice. So I smash you. And then... yeah, I'm going to play the North Shadow Cleric. The question is, which one do I heal? I guess if I leave him small, he's vulnerable to Shadow Word Pain. If I make him big, he's vulnerable to Shadow Word Death, so it doesn't really matter either way. I might as well make him big, because that way next turn I could heal him up to his full 7 toughness, potentially. And I will smash you. And I don't know. It sure looks like things are going my way, but I hate to even think that against a priest, because priests are sick. The only saving grace being the fact that I'm a friggin' sick priest. Okay, so that was fairly obnoxious from a certain point of view, but those were both 1-to-1. He spent 1 card, blew up one of my cards. I guess I had an enchantment on the... I had a power word on the Lightspawn, but I already got my value out of the power word pretty much. So that's not as bad as it looks. Now I can play a very large one of these, I'd like to get the Demolisher out, but this is a bigger priority. Very tough. And while I'm at it, we'll heal this guy. I'm getting in a ton of beatings. Now again, it's a priest. Anyone can come back, it's a priest, but I'm sitting around with a couple of very strong 4-power creatures, which totally messes with priests. I did run into a priest earlier today that was playing 2... brain failed. Dark Iron Dwarves. Which is pretty strong, because the Dark Iron Dwarves... I'm going to lose my train of thought here. But yeah, with the Dark Iron Dwarves, they can give +2 attack to something, so it allows you to Shadow Word Death something that was 3 attack or 3 or 4 attack. Okay, well, speaking of Shadow Word Death, that seems like the thing to do. I'm not going to get much good out of Shadow Madnessing these guys. So yeah, we're going to Shadow Word Death. Yeah, I couldn't steal him with the Shadow Madness because his attack was 5. Now, can I just kill my opponent if I take this Divine Spirit, 14, Inner Fire, 14 attack, 18, I win. Okay. This is one of the many reasons I play the Priest deck. Because those 2 cards on any one of my fairly significant creatures is just like an instant kill. It's not a one-shot, like, from 30 kill. But you just have to get in a situation. You have a creature with 6 or 7 toughness, 6 or 7 hit points, that is able to attack. It doesn't have summoning sickness, and it only costs 3 mana if you have an Inner Fire and the thing. You play with the Light Spawn, because they don't need an Inner Fire, just Divine Spirit. And you play with both Divine Spirits to increase your chances of getting it, and also because if you get them both in your hand at the same time, you can quad things. You can turn a Light Spawn into a 20/20, or if you have the Inner Fire, you can turn one of those 7 toughness creatures into a 28/28 and just win stuff. It's not 100% flawless, but those cards are okay in their own right. I do try and save them. You gotta get something good out of those cards. This is a pretty good starting hand. I'm inclined to get rid of the Shadow Word Death. But against a warrior, maybe I should even keep it. No, I always get rid of Shadow Word Death in my starting hand. I have lots of time to get it later. Shadow Word Pain. That's much more likely to be useful in the first 4 turns of the game. Okay. I am going second. I can play the Northshire Cleric, and...
Is someone injured?
Do I want to coin a power word onto her? She's at a little bit of risk with 3... He has 2 mana, just 3 toughness. If he has the basic axe, he could just kill her with that, which would be unfortunate. But then I would still have my power word to buff him. How likely is he to be playing with silence? Because that's the only thing. If I power word her, then she's pretty safe from silence. Yes, it is 3 a.m.
I will crush you!
Yes, you have been squelched. Can't squelch Orestria. I'm gonna do it. Like, which is more likely, the 2-cost axe or a silence? The silence would basically just be the owl. He's not going to have another 2-cost silence in a warrior deck. Okay, so she lived. Of course, it doesn't do that much because there's nothing for her to wound herself against, but we'll just have to manage.
Right away.
Do have to keep that armor down. I haven't seen too many warriors playing with shield block, the thing that does damage equal to... No, I don't mean shield block. I meant shield slam. Yeah. But, okay. No, it seems like the thing to do is just keep playing more junk.
Who you want me killed?
Right away.
So he can, if he has Shield Slam, he can armor up and kill anything he wants for 1 mana. But with the armor up, that would be 3 mana, which would be his whole turn. And honestly, no matter which one of these things he kills, it's not going to cause me as much trouble as my stuff is going to cause him. Okay, now he can super kill any of them. If he's playing with those, I'm guessing that he's playing with the other thing. I don't know, those I like those in theory because you are drawing a card. So a card that just heals is a lot better when it replaces itself with another card. That suddenly becomes valuable. Plus he can use it as a combo for the Shield Slam, sort of, but I find they slowed, like I tried them out for a bit, they slowed down my warrior deck so much. Okay, I don't have any crazy combos, I don't have anything to kill, I'm just going to deliver some beatings.
Right away.
He's not making a lot of progress on his armor, but I'm sure I'm making a lot of progress on having a giant army. Like, you do have to stop me at some point. The old one-turn kills aren't around anymore. If you're watching this in the future, it used to be a warrior could just drop 2 Molten Giants with his Warsong like leader or whatever. They would have charge, crush your opponent for like no reason, for hardly any mana. But now the Warsong leader only works on creatures with attack 3 or less, and it's not the same deal at all. I have 5 mana, that is pretty good. I can play a fairly large Twilight Drake. I guess I should have Power Worded first because it draws a card to replace itself, doesn't it? Oh well. We're going to Power Word. That's interesting. I guess him, because then he can survive the axe. Whereas this guy was doomed anyway.
Your turn. Who you want me killed?
So, buddy, you're starting to take damage, and I still have a giant army, and you're only getting... You can only kill the smallest one with this. You have a handful of cards to do things, but you still only have 6 mana to do with it, and 6 mana and an axe is still not that much to deal with all these 4/7 creatures. Got some execute action? Because execute would help. Double cleave, wow. Okay, well you can kill whichever one you choose now. You're still going to take 4 damage. Still going to take 4 damage. That's, you gain 2 temporary hit points. You still take the damage. So yeah, you kill whatever one you want. It doesn't really make that much difference. They're about the same, except that silence would mess with this one much more. Okay. I have 6 mana. I don't have an Inner Fire, or I could damn near kill him. 2 of these, I could actually just kill him if I had an Inner Fire, but I don't.
Is someone injured?
Draw a card. It's not Inner Fire. Even if it was, I might not use it now because it wouldn't... I mean, I could do like 14 damage, but it seemed probably still be worth it. I don't have to think about that because I didn't get it. I'm really just going to hit him for 4, but let's Thought Steal and see what kind of warrior cards I can get. Ah, interesting. Now I know what kind of stuff he's playing with. He's saving a bunch of charge stuff in his hand, I'm guessing. That's okay. It cuts both ways. Funny thing, since this change, they changed her wording all around. It used to be that she worked just blanket. While in play, she gave charge to the other things, and then when she left play, she took away charge. Now, I don't know if it works now in a more sensible way to me, which would be that you play them, you put her out first, like she has to be out first, and then when you play them in reaction to this creature being summoned, she would do that. Which makes a difference in terms of whether you can buff the creature after playing it and have it still charge. But, okay. 7 mana, not quite up to Ragnaros yet. This guy definitely has to get Shadow Word Pained before he becomes a problem. Even if I buff her toughness and damage him to get her hurt, then that would make him grow beyond Shadow Word Pain range, so that would be bad. So let's just terminate him now. And my opponent is so low in practice that I think I'm just going to go with the Kokron Elite and try and rush him down.
Right away.
So if he's playing with Mortal Strikes, it just got upgraded to a Fireball. For 4 mana for 6 damage, whereas when his health is above 12, it's 4 mana for like 4 damage or something. But I thought he'd have those. I don't know if all warriors play with them. Like, this card is really efficient, but there's so much good stuff that you're trying to fit in a warrior deck. And you can have too many weapons. It is possible. Usually play with 2 Arathi Weaponsmith guys and 2 of the Big Axe, and then a real serious deck should have some Gorehowl action or something. I think we'll just play Ragnaros Control at this point. We play Ragnaros, and the choices are he either wins the game immediately or kills the Yeti, in which case I'm okay. He won the game. That's fine. Okay, win streak activated. We're now ranked 16. Could be even farther if that previous video I counted, although I would have played different people. So anyway, see if I can get any further next time.
Show some love to the like button.
And don't forget to subscribe to Demonac Games for more Hearthstone Arena and other gaming videos.